Hello, it's Wellness Wednesday, and as always, I open my arms to receive you with open hands, with open arms, and I am super excited that you're gonna be watching today. And if you're watching on the replay, just hashtag replay so I know that you're there. Wherever you are in the world, welcome. Welcome starts with a W. Welcome starts with wellness. Welcome starts with just an invitation for you to have a little inspiration, a little spark, a little aha moment so that you can be the best version of you. And that's my intention with Maaike's Wellness. Wherever you are in your story, in your life, whatever pain you have, we all have different pains. If you have anything, then you're coming to the right place because I have a little message for you. And every Wednesday I build upon a little bit more. And I hope that this message really comes to your heart because that is my intention, from my heart, a woman's heart, to your heart, so that you can feel better. So welcome, wherever you're joining me from. I want to know, so write in the comments where you're joining me from. I usually don't get distracted with the comments in my trainings. So whatever questions I ask, hopefully you can write down in the comments, and then I will go back to them in a little bit when I finish this training. So again, welcome. And today we're going to be talking about the number one thing that I think was blocking me from, and I think many of you too, from losing the belly fat, which is one little thing, but it was keeping me very unhappy with myself. So the number one thing that is keeping you from anything that you want to achieve in life, and maybe it's detonating in menopause, and it's just kind of the bomb that is exploding. Menopause just comes to this moment in the planet so that it kind of exasperates all the symptoms, all the pains, all the unresolved things from life, so that finally you can pay attention to that. So that's what happened to me, and I hope this resonates with you. So let me know where you're joining me from, and if you don't know a lot about me yet, my name is Maaike Saenz. I grew up in Mexico, now live in the US, and my intention is to bring a little wellness for you. So through menopause, I was feeling, and I'm going to tell you a little story about me and how I resolved it. So hopefully this helps for you. So I was tired of being tired, and I was like having that belly fat that was very uncomfortable, and I just didn't feel good. I was not sleeping well. You know how that goes. I felt some tachycardia. I had no idea where that came from. I felt irritability going to the roof. And I didn't know or understand what was going wrong or what was going wrong with me. And I felt like a failure. All of a sudden, I had done so many things. I had built my family. I had built a business. But all of a sudden, I felt like nothing. Like nothing would motivate me. I was not inspired anymore. I was feeling sleepy. You probably know how that goes. So I started feeling angry at all the things that I had to do, like with my kids, with my family, and I was not focusing on me. I was focusing on everything and pleasing people, pleasing and attending everything that I needed to do because they were my obligations, or at least I thought and I assumed they were my obligations. Have you felt that way? Like you feel that you are doing so much for everyone because you have assumed obligations? Write down on the comments if you feel like that. Obligations, write the word obligations. So I was fed up that I would call a friend at night. It's like, hey, I don't feel good. I see myself in the mirror and look at this belly. It's like, what is the hell with this? And we were fitness instructors. We were doing the workout every single day. And we would call each other and say, what the heck is going with this fat belly? And she had no idea. I felt like pregnant again, and I was not. and she had no idea either. We were just uncomfortable. And I was really feeling angry at myself. And fast forward, I started reading articles, I started reading books, I just started to build up on me. It's like I needed some places to give me some answers. So I discovered that the number one thing that leads and builds up in the body is stress. That's the number one cause. And you can name stress from all kinds of matters. There's many, many ways in which we build up on that stress. And maybe you're 40, maybe you're 30, maybe you're 50, or maybe you're 60. But all these years, we have been doing things that are building up stress in different areas in our body, in our brain, in our life. So I said, well, if I'm able to remove stress in all areas, then bingo, I have the solution for everything, right? So stress is not a bad thing, ladies. Stress is a necessary mechanism in our body because stress is there to help us run away from a tiger. Stress is there to save us. Stress is there to protect us. But living in constant 24/7 stress, that is not good. So as I was driving from a meeting this morning, I was thinking about this talk today, and I came up with an idea. So I hope this sticks with you. But before I mention that, I want you to write in the comments if you have been feeling stressed, and maybe if menopause built up on more stress in you. So just write the word stress if you're feeling stress in any area of your life right now. So as I was driving, I thought about one thing. So what is the purpose of stress? Stress produces a hormone called cortisol. And cortisol is necessary for our body to protect our body and to conserve some energy and fuel inside the fat cells, so that when we need to run away from a tiger or from danger, we have that energy inside us. So we have that fire that we need to protect to run away. So what happens is that our body is protecting all that fat in cells, so when it's needed. But we are constantly producing this cortisol to produce more fats. It's storing fat in the cells. But we're not doing the things to expel all that energy from those cells. So what happens is we're building up. So I want you to think about these fat cells as your bank account. Your savings account. You have a very fat savings account. That is awesome, right? When you have a fat savings account, well, you feel protected, and that is amazing. And that's the same thing that I want you to see those fat cells in your body. But what is money sitting in a bank? Is that fun? No, right? So it's time to start using a little bit of your savings account in order to have more fun in life. So I want you to think about, how lucky I am having this fat cells or this fat savings account that now I can have more fun. So start thinking about what you want to do with your energy when you have it to spend that, right? But you're not just thinking about spending it, you're thinking about the fun that you're gonna have along the way. So that, imagine the stress is part of we're living in a caution mode all the time. So you're protective, you're inward, you're reserved, and you're not expressing, you're not enjoying, you're not living. And the purpose of living is living and enjoying and being happy. Do you agree? Do you want to feel happier? Write down in the comments below, happier. So that was an aha moment for me. So as I read stress, what would take care of the stress in all ways? And I started researching more, and I started researching about the benefits. Hi, Danielle, I can see your post. Thank you for commenting. So I started researching like, what is fasting? For so many years I heard fasting, but I said, no, that's not for me. I cannot not eat for X amount of hours, right? It's like, that's not for me. Well, as I started researching, fasting is so beneficial for the cells and for your brain as well. So as I started to learn how to fast, and I started fasting in all areas of the life. So let me explain a little bit about fasting. When you fast, then you open up spaces. So you regenerate. Fasting in the body helps the body use those fat cells to expel the energy to be released. And when we're eating all the time, we're not allowing that space of fasting, so the body can use that fat cell as fuel. Hopefully this is making sense. Have you fasted any time? So write in the comments, fasting. Have you fasted? Have you experienced that? So I wanted to take more control of my life, and I started implementing this fasting in all areas of my life. So number one, I started fasting from being busy all the time. Who is guilty of being busy all the time and having so saturated calendar that you don't have time for fun? You don't have time to meet with friends. You don't have time to enjoy the things that you want, to play with your kids, your grandkids, whoever you are. So I was busy doing all the appointments for the children, cooking for them, doing all the housework, doing the work that I needed to do to provide for the family. But I was busy all the time. So, you know, all the things that women have to do all the time. So instead, I started carving some time from the calendar to take deep breaths, to appreciate the things the things and the people that I already had in my life, and to learn new things. I had stopped learning. I had stopped creating. And that, ladies, that alone is why you're probably feeling a little bit lonely, a little bit isolated, because you're not in the creative mode. But we are not there when we don't have the energy to do it, right? So we need to fast. We need to start opening spaces. So I fasted from having a busy calendar. That was number one. Number two, I fasted from eating all the time. Hey, but how was I gonna do that? I was hungry all the time. So what did I have to do in order to be able to start fasting? I didn't want to starve myself. It's like, no, I'm not, like, even through religion, I was not able to fast those days that religion tells you to fast. It was not for me. But I had to learn some foods that kept me more satiated, happier, so that I could space my times between eating. And guess what? This weekend, without even trying, all of a sudden, I counted the hours that I had fasted, and I had fasted 18 hours from Saturday night to Sunday morning. I was just not hungry. So I learned that I don't eat when I am not hungry, and I eat when I'm hungry. So I was able to fast 18 hours. You know how much energy I had? I was feeling so good on Sunday, because there is something important that happens in the brain when you're fasted. It's like you have released all the toxicity. You allow your body to reheal, like regenerate good cells and better cells and new cells. So it's like a baby full of energy. So your cells are like newborn babies that are filled with energy. So now you have brand new cells. So you have better, feeling better. So how have you fasted any time, or what is the longest that you have fasted before? Do you know what type of food you need to eat to be satiated for a longer time? Well, if you want to learn more how to fast, then I can teach you with that too. So that is number 2. Number 3 way that I fasted was fasting my body from being overworked. Yes. Maybe you're thinking, oh, you're working out a lot. Maybe you're running a lot. Maybe you're not doing any exercise. But in my case, I was running marathons. You guys, for 11 years, I ran marathons. And I was overworking my body and not giving it enough rest. So I had to wake up early to do some trainings that I needed to do 3 or 3.5 hours of running. That's a lot. I don't even know how I did all that. But that was stressing my body because I was not giving it enough rest. So I was not sleeping enough and I was running a lot. So I burned out. I burned out so much that my joints were hurting. I was not feeling good. My energy was lousy and I started feeling very sleepy and foggy minded. And you know what happened is, like, when you don't sleep enough, who has problems with sleeping? Write down in the comments, sleep, if you have problems with sleeping. So I was not sleeping enough, and I want to share with you what's important of sleep. That's why they say 7 or 8 hours of sleep is very important, because the body turns into a detoxification factory that it allows. You need all those hours in order to regenerate the cells, to detoxify everything from the brain and the body, so in the morning you can release all the toxicity, right? Who knew that about sleep? Why is it that sleep is so important? So your body is trying to eliminate all the toxins. If you don't sleep up to 7 hours, all the toxicity was released into your bloodstream, but is not released into your urine or poop because it didn't have time to process. So it gets back to your body, to your system. So if you're feeling like your energy is very low, if you're feeling brain fogged, if you're feeling bulky and your body is like, your tummy is expanded and you're not able to lose weight, guess what? You need to improve your quality of your sleep and reduce your your excess workout in your body. So that's number 3. It's a lot of information in one. So hopefully, hold on with me, and hopefully you're still on target. So who has trouble sleeping? Write down in the comments, sleep, if you have trouble sleeping. And also, that took care of my moodiness. Guess what? When you don't sleep, you have all these chemicals that are harming your brain and you are moody, right? But if you sleep, then you have less toxicity and your mood increases. When you're having better mood, you have more energy to focus on the things that you want to do. So that was number 3. Number 4, I fasted from negativity. So how did I do this? I really remove myself from paying attention so much to the news, especially at first time in the morning. And news, I mean news from television, news from the outside world, news from texting, news from emails, news from addressing. When you're setting your intention for everybody else, then you're not fulfilled. So I was a wreck. Yeah, it's like you start your day, or I was starting my day feeling like a wreck already, because I started thinking, oh, I need to do this, solve this, do that, do that, do that. And where do I fit? Nowhere. So I started removing myself from negativity and again, creating these mindful practices throughout my day so I could conserve my energy, so I could look inward again, and throughout the day so that I could feel better with myself. So a simple way is to take deep breaths throughout the day. You started to feel stressed, then just take 2 or 3 minutes and take a deep breath, and actually do it with me right now, because whatever you're doing, and if you're driving or listening wherever, take a deep breath. If you're driving, don't close your eyes, and take another deep breath. Hold and exhale. Okay, I relaxed already. You can see my tone of voice. I was very excited. Excited. So, when you do that, then you're able to cleanse your mind so that you can focus on the important things that you need to be doing. You're working, but if your brain is saturated, then you are like, you cannot focus anymore. So remove or fast from negativity, and that could be people, that could be news, that could be even yourself, your own thoughts. We are our worst critics, so remove yourself from being your worst critic and start breathing in and appreciating the little things that you're doing to improve your house, your body, the people around you, and share the love that you have. So fasting about negativity. So those are 4. So what was the number 1 problem that was keeping me with all the weight? Who can tell me what is the number 1 problem about that we're talking about? Write in the comments, what is the number 1 problem? Stress. Yes. So what is the number 1 solution that you need? Write in the comments, what is the number 1 solution? The number 1 solution is fasting in all areas of your life, right? Fasting in your body, fasting in negativity, fasting from food, and fasting from your calendar. So those are the 4 ways. So menopause really helped me make a pause in my life, make the necessary pause that my body was screaming for attention. My body and my life were like, for 50 years we have built, like I started this training, for 50 years we have been building things, but we have not allowed anything to let go. We have just kind of compiled things. So 50 or close to 50 is a time to start letting go what does not serve you, so that you can bring in more good in your life. And when you do that, you start rediscovering yourself. So if you're feeling, all the women that I've been talking with lately, everybody has a little feeling, a heartfelt feeling that they feel empty, lost direction, there's no meaning in their life. So if you're feeling like that and you want to recreate your life and rediscover yourself and really feel better in the next decades of your life, then I have an invitation for you. I have an invitation for a 5-day challenge that I'm going to be doing. It's not a challenge. It's a 5-day reset so that you can jumpstart your health and you can jumpstart feeling better, so that you can start creating your summer body. So how does that sound for you? If you want to learn more about my reset, then write down reset and I will share more information as soon as I have everything together. And I want to leave you with one little quote today. And that little quote, and I want you to remember this for the rest of your day. If you cannot change it, accept it. Right? Can somebody write it down on the comments, please? If you cannot change it, accept it. When I heard this, it mind blown. It's like just little thing like that. Don't you feel more rested when you see a trouble or a problem? Then, well, you cannot change it. You cannot do anything about it. Just accept it and keep on moving. So through my coaching, I help you improve the quality of your life through a lot of letting go so that you can let in the wellness, the person that you're meaning to be, that to live this life for the better. So if you want to be learning more about this reset, or you want to have a chat with me just to see how to learn to improve the quality of your life, I'm here for you. And invite more people to this group. If this training is helping you today, invite more people to this group so that we can all benefit. And I have more surprises coming up, and I will announce them soon, that will benefit not only one person, but it will benefit everybody. So coming up soon. So keep messaging me, keep in touch, and I will help you become the best version of you that you can ever be. So if nobody has told you that today, I just want to say I love you, and I thank you for being here today. Hope this was helpful, and I will record this and also convert it in a YouTube video. So if you would like this recording so that you can share it with anybody or invite somebody more to this group, let me know in the comments and I will share the video with you. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and hasta la vista. See you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.